Raise your hand if you've heard this advice before. Be responsible, spend less than you earn, and put your savings in a nice, safe, high-yield bank account. It's the American Dream Starter Pack, right? I'm here to tell you that for the modern earner, especially if you aren't already rich, that advice is not just outdated. It is mathematically dangerous. It is a wealth trap designed to keep you running on a hamster wheel where you work hard, save money, and somehow end up poorer than when you started. Today we are going to break down the numbers that the banks don't want you to see. I'm going to show you why a high-yield savings account is actually losing you money every single day. And I'm going to introduce you to the tool that the wealthy use to build empires, a tool that is available to you right now, even if you're starting with just $300 a paycheck. We're talking about the taxable brokerage account, not for gambling, not for day trading, but as a replacement for your savings account. By the end of this video, you are going to rethink every dollar you have sitting in the bank. Let's dive in. Let's start with the silent killer, inflation. Over the last century, the cost of living in the US has risen by an average of about 3.29% every single year. That means next year, your dollar will buy 3% less gas, 3% less groceries, and 3% less rent than it does today. Now, look at your high-yield savings account. Maybe you're excited because it's paying 4.5% or even 5% right now. You think, I'm winning, I'm beating inflation by 1.5%. Wrong. Here is the dirty secret of bank accounts. The interest you earn is taxed as ordinary income. That is the highest tax rate in the IRS code. It's taxed exactly the same as the wages from your job. If you live in a state with income tax like New York or California, the government is taking 25, 30, maybe 35% of that interest immediately. Let's do the real math. You earn 5%. The government takes a third of it, leaving you with about 3.3%. Inflation eats 3.3%. What are you left with? Zero. You are running in place. And that's in a good year. For most of the last decade, savings accounts paid 0.1%, while inflation was 2% or higher. Millions of prudent savers were literally bled dry of their purchasing power. So, if lending your money to a bank is a losing game, what's the alternative? Ownership. This is where the brokerage account comes in. When you put money in a brokerage account and buy a diversified fund, like the S&P 500, you aren't lending money. You are buying tiny slices of the 500 largest profitable companies in America. Apple, Microsoft, Amazon, Walmart. Here is why this matters for the little guy. Historically, the S&P 500 returns about 10% per year over the long run. But the magic isn't just the growth, it's the taxes. In a bank account, you get a tax bill every year, which stops your compound interest from working. In a brokerage account, you pay zero capital gains taxes as long as you don't sell. Your money grows, tax-free, year after year, compounding on the full amount. You only pay the tax bill decades later when you finally withdraw. And here is the kicker for lower-income households, and nobody talks about this. If your taxable income is under about $48,000 for a single person, or $96,000 for a couple, your federal tax rate on long-term capital gains is 0%. You heard me. You could literally make money in the stock market and pay the federal government nothing. A savings account doesn't offer that protection. Every dollar of bank interest is taxed, no matter how little you make. Now, I can hear you screaming at the screen. But what about emergencies? I need cash fast. I can't wait 3 days to sell stocks. Welcome to the future. That argument is dead. As of May 2024, the US stock market moved to something called T+1 settlement. That's finance speak for speed. If you sell your stocks on Monday, the cash is available to withdraw on Tuesday. The liquidity gap between a safe bank account and an investment account is now just 24 hours, but it gets better. Modern brokerages, apps like Robinhood, Fidelity, M1 Finance, they all offer debit cards linked directly to your account. You can keep your money invested, growing at 10%, and if your car breaks down, you can swipe that card and the brokerage handles the liquidity instantly. Your money is never locked up. Okay, this next part is advanced, but if you get this, it will change your life. Rich people almost never sell their stocks to pay for things. Why? Because selling triggers taxes and stops the growth. Instead, they borrow against their portfolio. It's called a margin loan, or a securities-based line of credit. Let's say you're a lower-income earner. You have an emergency. The transmission blows on your car. You need $2,000. Usually you'd put that on a credit card at 25% interest. Or worse, a payday loan. That is poverty finance. But if you had built up that savings in a brokerage account, you could click a button and borrow $2,000 against your own assets. The interest rate? Usually around 7% to 9%. That is drastically cheaper than a credit card. And here is the best part. You didn't have to sell your stocks. Your $2,000 is still in the market, working for you. If the market goes up 10% that year, you effectively paid off the interest on your loan with the growth of your assets. You solved the emergency without destroying your wealth. Let's look at the receipts. I ran a simulation for 2 people, Sam and Ivy. Both put away $300 every 2 weeks for 20 years. Sam puts it in a high-yield savings account. Ivy puts it in a basic S&P 500 ETF in a brokerage account. Neither of them touches the money. After 20 years, Sam has about $222,000. Not bad. He saved diligently. But because he paid taxes every year and earned a lower rate, his growth was stunted. Ivy? She has $488,000. She has more than double the wealth of Sam. Sam paid a $260,000 penalty for the feeling of safety. But life isn't a straight line. What if they both have emergencies? Let's say every 4 years, they need $5,000 for a car or a roof repair. Sam has to withdraw the cash. His principal drops. He stops earning interest on that money forever. He is killing his golden goose. Ivy doesn't sell. She takes a low-interest margin loan against her portfolio and pays it back slowly over a year. Her $5,000 stays in the market, compounding. By year 20, the gap is even wider. Ivy's net worth is $603,000 after paying off her loans. Sam has dropped to $217,000. By using leverage instead of liquidating cash, Ivy is nearly $400,000 richer. This is how the rich stay rich. And now, you can do it too. Now, I have to be real with you. The brokerage account has one major flaw. You. The market is volatile. In 2022, the market dropped 18%. If you panic and sell when the line goes down, you lose. The savings account protects you from your own panic. It offers a low return on investment but a high return on sleep. But if you can stomach the ups and downs, here is your blueprint. Keep a small buffer, $1,000 to $2,000 in a savings account for immediate cash flow. Open a brokerage account. Use a low-cost provider like Fidelity, Schwab, or Robinhood. Automate the transfer, $300 bi-weekly. Treat it like a bill. Buy the S&P 500, VOO, or SPY. Don't sell. If you have an emergency, borrow responsibly against your assets, keep it under 30% of your total value, rather than selling them. You cannot save your way to wealth in a bank account. You have to own a piece of the economy. Stop playing it safe and start playing to win. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next one.